Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that I got asked by one of you. Minzy Gray was the culprit, and he or she was asking why I chose ArcheAge Unchained over Astellia. So in this video I'm going to tell you my 5 reasons why I picked ArcheAge and not Astellia. Notice how I'm pronouncing ArcheAge instead of ArcheAge, because some of you told me that ArcheAge is the pronunciation. I'm gonna try through the rest of my videos and this video. I'm gonna really try to pronounce it ArcheAge. I might slip, but let's get into the video. So you guys know that I was interested in Astellia Online and that I made a few videos praising Astellia Online, and the game deserves to be praised, especially because they wanna go the no pay to win route, same as ArcheAge Unchained, by the way. But Astellia felt like a thin game, while ArcheAge feels like a very established MMORPG. And this is my reason number 1 why I picked ArcheAge over Astellia. Basically, ArcheAge has a name, has a reputation. ArcheAge has a reputation of being pay to win, actually. But with ArcheAge Unchained, this completely changes. So you get the good old ArcheAge game that is full, jam-packed with features and nice things to do in the game to keep you busy and to keep you interested, but without any pay to win. Every single person that I know, every single person that I follow on YouTube, because I follow creators that are not ArcheAge players but they have played ArcheAge when it was launched 4 years ago, everyone had a lot of fun, including myself, including my friends. So in terms of fun and things to do and the game being a nice MMORPG, ArcheAge excels at that, with the exception of the pay to win part, which put a lot of people off, a lot of my friends, all of my friends, myself included at that time. Now with ArcheAge Unchained, you get no pay to win with all of the amazing content that ArcheAge as a game has in it. And this is reason number 1, the fact that Astellia feels like a thin game, while ArcheAge Unchained feels like a complete, full package MMORPG. The second reason is the open world PvP, and PvP in general, to be honest, which in Astellia is kinda lackluster. It's pretty gated in Astellia. It feels like the PvP in Terra, to be honest with you, where you have PvP just for the sake of having PvP. Nothing revolves around the PvP aspect, and the PvP aspect feels like it's ignored in that sense in Astellia. Now in ArcheAge Unchained, that is definitely not the case. There is open world PvP, you do questing starting from level 28 in PvP zones up until you're level 55, so it's much more about PvP. PvP is much more part of your life. I'm not saying you have to do it in ArcheAge Unchained. I'm not saying anyone is forcing you to PvP, because there's peace times and there's arenas and you can queue if you want to. So you do have a choice. It's 2019, boys. Everyone has something to say. But the difference in between the two games is that in one you feel that PvP can be part of your life. In the other, you don't feel that. And quite honestly, I fucking hate it when I'm questing and some asswipe comes and just kills me when I'm 20% HP. I hate that. I hated that in Aeon back in the days. It was open world full from level 20 onwards. I hate that in ArcheAge Unchained as well, because it's not a nice feeling. But I'm just saying, at the same time, while I'm hating it, I love it that it's there. Not that I want to become one of those people who bothers lobbies, but just the idea, just the fact that PvP is an important part of the game, instead of PvP being just a little tiny branch of the game that most people don't even notice. Like for example, Wildstar is a good example of basically non-existent PvP. It's great. Terra is another good example of basically non-existent PvP. I don't like these games. I just cannot play them. I want PvP to be a big part, not huge, but big part of a game instead of being almost non-existent. My third reason for choosing ArcheAge over Astellia is the fact that everything in ArcheAge is 10 times better than everything in Astellia and 10 times bigger. Astellia has various classes. ArcheAge has 10 times more. Astellia has various class customizations where you can max out your casting speed, but then you lose magical damage. ArcheAge has these class customizations 10 times better because of the gear, because of the extra stats that you get, because of the combinations and combos that you have in between professions. Everything in ArcheAge is 10 times better. PvP. Astellia has PvP, don't get me wrong. in ArcheAge, it's 10 times better. Grinding and feeling rewarded at end game, and what you need to do exactly at end game. What is the end game about? Because that's what it's about in MMORPGs. Astellia has end game. There is a little bit of grinding to be done. ArcheAge has it 10 times better and 10 times more rewarding. You actually feel happy when you do grinding at end game in ArcheAge compared to Astellia, where you just do grinding a little bit, then you're done. What next? Wait for the next patch? The same goes with everything else. Crafting. Astellia has a little bit of crafting. I'm not going to even dare to mention the crafting system in ArcheAge. ArcheAge is a crafting game with branches of PvP and PvE, same as Aeon is a siege game with branches of PvP and PvE, same as Guild Wars 2 is a story game with branches of PvE and PvP. It is how it is. So ArcheAge has all the features of a normal MMORPG that you would expect, 10 times better than Astellia Online. My fourth reason is the no pay to win in ArcheAge Unchained. The whole idea, the whole concept, and the fact that I want to stand behind that, the fact that I want to get behind such an idea in 2019 to remake a game just to make it no pay to win. I know that Astellia is trying to do the same. I know that Astellia is doing the same and is promoting their game as such, no pay to win, rather play to win. I get that. But for some reason, for some unknown reason, I trust ArcheAge people more than I trust Astellia people. I don't know Astellia people. Maybe that's why. I just don't feel them. I just feel that maybe there's a little chance there that the game Astellia goes pay to win in 6 months. However, with ArcheAge, I don't have that feeling. I have the feeling that they already have in the West a pay to win version of ArcheAge. They're not going to make the Unchained version pay to win, no matter what. So this is how I'm feeling about this, and this is why I chose ArcheAge, because I trust them more than I trust the people from Astellia. Number 5, and the last reason why I chose ArcheAge over Astellia, is something that's maybe not that popular, something that maybe some of you even think is not that important, but I feel it is extremely important for the bigger picture, and that is the way two different companies take care of their communities. In Astellia Online, there was not a single ounce of communication from the company to the content creator, or from the company basically to the people. I'm not saying that they had a bad intention in that sense. I'm not saying that they didn't on purpose talk to people and stuff. They did answer support tickets very fine. However, the way these people from ArcheAge take care of their community, the way these people from ArcheAge talk to the community, the way these people from ArcheAge tweet and post and do videos and streams and write to content creators, and we can have a discussion, we can talk, we can be in contact. This is absolutely next level. I'm not going to say that the people that publish ArcheAge, Gamigo I think it was, I'm not going to say that they are as good or better than ArenaNet in Guild Wars 2, but they are right up there. They are like right under ArenaNet, or maybe even kind of close to ArenaNet in terms of how much they do to the community, and how much they talk with the community, and how much they listen to the community, and how much they inspire and communicate to the community. Absolutely fantastic job, and for me as a player and also as a content creator, this is super important to have a company behind the game that supports you, empowers you as a player, talks to you and gives you the tools that you need in order to succeed. Might that be updates, might that be info, might that be excuses, apologies, whatever. They're right up there with ArenaNet, which ArenaNet is probably the best in the world at taking care of their community. So super good thing that is, again, for me, a big decisive factor when I choose a game. The fifth factor, don't get me wrong, but it's still something and it's still important. And these are my 5 reasons why I chose ArcheAge over Astellia. I think they both look the same visually. They're both trying the no pay to win thing, and that's perfectly awesome. Both of them congratulated for that. I just think overall ArcheAge has everything 10 times better than in Astellia Online. Please remember, guys, if you want to buy ArcheAge Unchained, use the link in the description below. It is my own referral link. It takes you to the buy page. You buy it once, you play it for the rest of your life for free. There is no subscription and there is no pay to win bullshit or anything like that in the cash shop. Very appreciated if you use my referral link to buy it. And I guess I'm gonna see you guys in just a couple of days from now. I wish you lots of love as always, and stay safe. See you soon.